Welcome to our summer edition of Prep Rally, our weekly show dedicated to prep sports in Northwest Arkansas. I'm your host, Chip Souza, the sports editor of the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Each week this summer, we'll take a look at prep football as teams have wrapped up their spring practices and they're gearing up for the 2017 season. They're in team camps right now. They'll be competing on 7-on-7. And we're going to take a look at a lot of the 7A West teams as we move forward in the summer. Last week, we previewed the Fayetteville Bulldogs. This week, we take a look at the Rogers Mounties. Now, Mike Lloyd, he begins his second season at Rogers after leading the Mounties to the 7A state playoffs last year. Rogers had a lot of positives from last year, and as the veteran Lloyd, got about 30 years of coaching experience, as he puts his stamp on the program that had suffered through a couple of lean seasons before he got there, but he got them in the playoffs in his first season. Got a lot of young players. Those players will be back. Got some newcomers coming up. So we're going to see what's in store for Rogers in Season 2. Our Paul Boyd, who covers Rogers for the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, he visited with Coach Lloyd after spring practice here recently. Let's see what Coach Lloyd had to say about his team.
We've got 5 or 6 really good seniors I'm excited about. Aaron Jones, Colin McCorder, Andrew McGlynn, Dusty Sherman. Those are returning guys that played a lot last year. So it's kind of our senior leaders, but
Sure.
Very, very excited about our sophomore class to be. Some big kids, some athletic kids at skill positions. So, it's I think the future is bright, I believe.
I feel like I know you only had one. Sherman was the only returning
He's
lineman.
He's the only returning lineman, but there's some other kids. But what we're replacing them with are bigger bodies and kids who are going to be very good players down the road.
I feel like I know you only had one. Sherman was the only returning
He's
lineman.
He's the only returning lineman, but there's some other kids. But what we're replacing them with are bigger bodies and kids who are going to be very good players down the road. You were talking about some 280, 290, 270-pound kids who've got a chance to be special players by at the end of their career. R.J. Long, Jack Gilbert, Quade Moser's dad played at the University of Arkansas. Got some big ones. Aaron Salinas is probably 6'4", 280. Edgar Soto is probably 260, 270. So there's a couple other ones. I've got some other ones back out that are 6'4", 260, 270. So we got 10 or 12 kids that last year, we had 1 or 2, but they're young. They're going to get better. But I'm excited about the future.
I feel like getting we talked about prior to spring, different quarterback, obviously, a senior graduating. But you did have some skilled people, but also a running back, trying to look for a starting running back.
Well, I'm looking at some different people. Colin McCorder's been very impressive, but, Aaron Jones, a 240-pound back, has been awfully impressive. Casey Allred, a 210-pound back, is showing some things. Hunter Hawkins, 195 pounds. So I've been looking at, then I've got another workman. It's going to be a sophomore. He's going to be a junior who can fly. He's a fast kid. That's 5 of them that we're looking at. So I'm kind of excited about that position and some different dimensions, some different body types. Got some kids that can run, and Aaron he's a load now. He's shown glimpses of being pretty good. So is Allred, and McCorder's just a good football player. He's a tough kid. He knows how to read things. He runs hard. He's fearless. I love his body language. I love the way he competes. Hunter Hawkins is another one, and then Clay Workman's going to be a good player. He's got a brother, great athlete, University of Arkansas as we speak. Got another one, young one coming. So I'm pretty excited about the prospects there. Then I've got a senior, John Horn, who's probably a 4 or 5 kid. If he's not playing safety, he could give us some depth. So, I really think that's going to end up being it was a position I was kind of worried about the depth. But right now, it's got a lot of depth. So, we just got to find those 1 or 2 guys, and we'll find out early out in the fall.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Coach Lloyd, for taking the time to talk to us about your team. So this week and then throughout the summer, as we mentioned, we will continue to preview prep football. Next week, we will focus on Springdale Harbor, a team that will definitely be in the mix for a state championship in 2017 under Coach Chris Wood. For all of us at the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Prep Rally.